Goa is one of India's smallest and most developed states. It is a popular tourist destination for its beaches, lush tropical environment, and unique cultural heritage. Sangat, a Goan NGO, has been studying the burden of mental health problems in Goa for 2 decades. This research has shown that depression and alcohol use disorders are very common and are associated with significant negative effects on the individuals, their families, and wider community. Despite the magnitude of this problem, as in other parts of India, most people with these problems do not get appropriate treatment because of the lack of skilled health workers, particularly in primary care settings, and the lack of recognition of these conditions as health problems.
पहिले म्हाका खूप त्रास आहे 2 वर्ष झाली तकली दुखा आणि चक्कर येयल्यासारखी जा डेली तकली दुखा डेली घरातले कसले काम जायना जाय भिजून राव दिसभर भुरग्यांक सुद्दां मी लागी घेयना जाय कित्याक घरातले करिना जाय
म्हाका खूब त्रास करता घरा देव आनी तेजी बायलूय शिकयता आनी म्हाका खूब टेंशन जाता तकली आनी हांव बरें नासता म्हाका जेवपाची बी याद उरना आनी कितें खावचें कितें काम करचें अशें म्हाका दिसत ना आनी भुरग्यांकूय हांव केन्नाच सारकें वाडिनाशिल्लें कांय करिनाशिल्लें तांकां एक कितें करप आनी कितें घातलें आनी घालप आनी टायमूच म्हाका असो बसोनूच हांवें काडप म्हाका खूब टेंशन जाता
हांव एक दीस ताका दोतोराक गेलें डॉक्टरा कडेन येसान या म्हटलें येसान गेल्यार ती फक्त टॅबलेट दिता आनी वखदां अशी दिवं लागली बरोवन एका टॅबलेट घेयना जालें ते टॅबलेटी घेतल्या ताका उलटी जावं लागली.
With depression, we've developed a very specific treatment called the Healthy Activity Program. This is a treatment that's based on the concept that when people become depressed, they stop doing activities that they typically do. For example, there may be social withdrawal, they may not be able to keep up with their work demands, they may stop doing pleasurable activities like watching TV, reading, etc. The less they do, the worse they're likely to feel.
माझा बांबू कामाचा धंदो आहे माझा नवरो वारल्यापासून लहान भुरगीं आसली त्याच्यानंतर चेडो माझो शिकलो 12वी सगळे जाले आणि अचानक शीक पडलो आणि पहिल्या बसतले परून चतुर्थी कडेन आदले दिसा चतुर्थी दुसरे दिसा मेळ्ळो थंयसून म्हाका एकदम शॉक बसलो म्हाजी पाठसून 3 भुरगीं आसलीं आनी तो व्हडलो आनी म्हाज्या कडेन जाणटो असो कोणच ना भुरगींच म्हाज्या कडेन ताका लागून म्हाका असं दिसला की ही धाकटी भुरगीं आतां फुडें काय करतली तो कामाक जाणारो भुरगो गेलो थंयसून म्हाजे तकलेंतले विचार जे काम करे न्हू ते सगळे मी भायरच काडले की हेतूरसून आतां जगपाचेंच ना म्हाका
टेंशन अशें म्हणजे घरा कडेन कोण कामाक ना हेका ना मागीर तकली अशी बेजार कशी जाताली वाज येतालो आरोग्य बरें नासलें कशें कित्याक जाणां तें टेंशनान आंग पांग दुखप आनी तकली अशी गुवाळाल्या बरी जावप
काम करप ना कामां सगळीं मागीर उरप कितेंच करपाचें आनी म्हाका खूब लुकसाण जावप कामां उरप म्हणजे भुरगीं बेजार येतालीं आई वाडिना कांय करिना मागीर हांव तशेंच एक दीस अशें भोंवोंक गेलें पडलें आनी हात मोडलो जेवप ना खावप ना कांयच म्हाका नाकाच अशें जातालें म्हाका जिवूच नाका असो जातालो.
So the Healthy Activity Program is delivered over about 6 to 8 sessions. So the main focus of the initial sessions is to get patients to become activated, to start doing things that we know will help them feel better.
कितें काम कर म्हणजे मागीर थंय रोंपो लायलो मातशें अशें भोंवंक वचोंक लागलें जावं काटयां हाडूंक लागलें शेतान मातशें वचोंक लागलें आनी कितें भाजी पालो घरा कडेन रोवंक लागलें आनी तितून मात मागीर म्हाका म्हयन्यान करून म्हाका एक 9 म्हयन्यांनी सारकें पूर्ण तकली म्हाजी शांत बरी जाली.
तिणें स्वता आपणी प्रयत्न केलो की हितूंतल्यान भायर सरपा खातीर जे आमी सेशनान उलयतालीं जे आमी 30 ते 40 मिनटां बसून उलयताले तेन्ना तिणें खूब बऱ्या तरेन ते करपाक लागलेली तिका अशें कुळाघरांतलें काम आसा जें रोंपे लावपाचें नडणी काडपाचें किंवा कुळाघरान जें कितें कितें ती लायता तें तिका खुबशें आवडटालें आनी स्वता ती तितूनूच बिजी उरताली पयलीं सो ती कशा तरेन सुरवात करूं शकता हेजेर आमी काम केलें सो जेन्ना तिका विचारलें तेन्ना तिणें सांगलें की ना आपल्याक आतां कांयच करपाचें ना. त्या वेळार तिका अशें दिसतालें की जीव नाका असो जिवाक त्रास करून घेवचे अशें. पण जे तिच्यो आवडटी गोश्टी त्यो बंद पडलेल्यो त्यो आमी सुरवात केल्यो. पण हितून सगळो जो एफर्ट्स आसलो तिणें घेतलेलो आसा.
पयलीं तेणी 5 मिनटां कुळागरां वचून काम कर म्हणलें. मागीर तेणी म्हाका 10 मिनटां दिलीं. मागीर 15 मिनटां दिलीं. मागीर म्हाका तें काम बरें जाता अशें दिसलें हांवें 5 मिनटां 2 मिनटां वाडोवन करप. मागीर म्हाजी भुरगीं येतालीं मदत करून आनी इतल्यान म्हाजें आतां कुळागर निव्वळ आसा आनी म्हाजें कामच चालू बरीं जाता आनी म्हाका आतां वखद सुद्दां नाका. बरी जाली तितूंतल्यान आनी बरी आसा हांव सामकी.
Alcohol use disorders are a collection of a range of alcohol problems which are of increasing severity and can be called as hazardous drinking, harmful drinking and dependent drinking. Counselling for alcohol problems or CAP is an intervention that's been developed for harmful drinkers.
Actually पयलीं हांव म्हटल्यार जॉबाक आसतना ताज्या उपरांत सुद्दां ड्रिंक करतालो, सोरो पियेतालो आनी सोरो पियेता हितून अशें जातालें की थोड्या क्वॉन्टिटीन पियेतालो मागीर मागीर क्वॉन्टिटी वाडली. इतली वाडली ताज्या उपरांत मागीर हांव लग्न जालो. लगीन जावन थोडे दीस कमी केले. पूण परत फ्रेंड सर्कला भितर रावन म्हाका सोऱ्या कडेच वयचें अशें दिसलें आनी सोरो पियेतालो हांव. लोक सुद्दां म्हाका जेन्ना पळयताले तेन्ना बेवडो कसो अशें रिस्पेक्ट दिनासले. सोरो पिवन वयताना रातचो एक्सिडेंट जाला, पडलेलो हांव, मार बसलेलो तकलेक म्हज्या आनी 3 दीस हांव कोमान आसलो.
So we have a range of patients who come to primary care. Some of them might not regard their drinking as a problem. Some of them are not aware that their drinking is causing any problems. Some of them are aware that their drinking is a problem but don't want to do anything about it. And then there are others who are aware of their drinking problems and want to change their behaviors. Our treatment is designed to cater to all of these different types of patients. So it's an intervention which is extremely flexible and allows itself to be mapped onto the requirements of the patients.
2 वर्षापूर्वी ह्या आजारपणाक म्हाका सुरवात जाली. सुरवात जाता जाता आस्ते 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 हातापांयांक थकवा येवं लागलो. पांय थंड पडायला लागले. 2 महिने उपचार करून डॉक्टर जाले. डॉक्टराचो सल्लो काय मेळना. दोडामार्गला गेलो, दोडामार्गा बघितला, सावंतवाडीक बघितलं, प्रायव्हेट 2-4 डॉक्टर केले. त्या डॉक्टरनी काय उपचार जावंक ना. हेल्थ सेंटर आपलं ह्याचं साखळेत 2-4 वेळा गेलो. ते आयुर्वेदिक डॉक्टर होते, त्यांच्याकडे उपचार केले. तर त्यांनी काहीतरी व्यसन कंट्रोल करा, तुमचा ह्याच्यातून फायदा मिळतलो, दारू कमी करा.
What Premium tries to do is develop an intervention which is culturally suitable for Indian settings. Instead of using mental health specialists to deliver the interventions, what Premium does is to deliver the intervention using lay health workers, people who don't have any background in mental health but are trained to deliver first-line psychosocial interventions under supervision from specialists. We found that there didn't seem to be much of a difference between the feedback that was given by the non-specialist health workers to their peers as compared to feedback given by specialist psychiatrists or psychologists to the lay health workers. The counsellors don't tell the patients what they need to do. The counsellors collaboratively help the patients to come to their own decisions about what changes they want to do and how they are going to make those changes.
तेंच्यांनी एक सांगलें म्हाका की तूं फ्रेंड सर्कल जेन्ना तुजे कडेन येता तेन्ना तूं तांकां मोगान प्रेमान अशें सांग. बाबा आयज ना रे, तूं मागीर तुमी बसा रे, हांव पूण कोल्ड ड्रिंक घेता, तुज्या वांगडा येता बसता पण कोल्ड ड्रिंक घेता रे अशें सांग. हे करून इतलें सांगलें न्ही. पण म्हाका तेंच्यांनी कितें वखदां बिखदां अशें दिवंक ना. टॅबलेट्स अशें कसलेच काय वखदां मेळोंक ना. फ्रेंड सर्कल सुद्दां मागीर तांकां बी कळ्ळें की हो आमच्या वांगडा काय येवचो ना म्हणून ते म्हाका मागीर आफोवपाचोच तेंच्यांनी बंद केलो. येताले बसताले पण अशें सोऱ्या बद्दल काय उलयत नासले.
Trial management is an integral part of evaluating complex trials like the premium trial. The ethics of running trials like this where you are dealing with human participants, ensuring that they understand why they are participating. Summarize the key things of managing a trial is to ensure that one, you are adhering to all the ethical and scientific standards in terms of conducting the trial. 2, you are ensuring that you are meeting your targets in terms of your recruitment and your treatment delivery and your follow-up targets. For these 2 main reasons, You need to be on the ground most of the time. You need to work with a team that is very motivated and understand why the trial is being run.
The premium trials have showed us that both the psychological treatments we developed were effective in improving the primary mental health conditions that they were targeting. The Healthy Activity Program was associated with remarkable improvements in the recovery rates from depression and reduction in depressive symptoms. And the Counselling for Alcohol program was associated with a reduction in the adverse drinking behavior outcomes, in particular increasing the number of days that the heavy drinker was abstinent. With the Healthy Activity Program, we also found some other great benefits. For example, on functioning, the number of days that the person was out of work was much reduced in those people who received this psychological treatment. For both the treatments, the economic evaluation was particularly exciting. Here we were able to report that in spite of the additional costs of the counsellor's salary, training and supervision, yet both the treatments were cost effective. Both of these treatments are relatively brief. In the case of the Healthy Activity Program, just 6 sessions. In the case of the Counselling for Alcohol problems, just about 3 to 4 sessions. Both treatments were delivered by people with no prior mental health professional training. Both were delivered in routine primary health care to patients who probably had never received a diagnosis of depression or drinking problems before and had probably never received a psychological treatment in their lives. And here's the most important thing. Both of these treatments delivered by the same counsellor, exactly as would happen in the real world. And we found that both the treatments were effective in this unique set of circumstances. To me, this is the most important contribution of premium to global health.
There's a long history in mental health work of using people who don't have standard professional qualifications. That has run into some difficulties in the Western world. There's a lot of issues that people have from the professional classes where they don't like the idea of volunteers and lay people being able to offer psychological therapy. But that idea certainly comes into its own in places like India, where there's a massive shortfall in the workforce. We do not have, and we will never have, enough mental health professionals in order to provide proper mental health care in India. So this is a perfect testing ground to see how feasible it is to train significant numbers of people, of lay people with no previous mental health professional experience, to train these people and see whether they can help people with serious problems, whether they be alcohol problems or depression problems or any other sort of problem in the future. So this is a particularly exciting area of development, and one of the areas I think that probably has the most potential to be generalized and transferable across the whole of the developing world.
Outstanding research, but they do it in a way that the findings will be of relevance worldwide. They ensure that the treatments that they deliver are scalable, that is usable in many, many different settings, irrespective of resources. They do these studies very well.
To university graduates with no previous counselling experience, they have been trained by Sangath and they have successfully delivered 2 very different interventions at the same time. This is phenomenal.
To me, the importance of this trial is to look at therapies outside of North America and Europe to see whether psychological treatments, when they're adapted to the setting, the country, are effective. We seem to have achieved a lot in terms of recruitment and holding on to people in the trial, and we seem to have a good, clear result.
बरे भशेन ते समजून सांगपाची पद्धत आहा तेंचेकडे अशें जर प्रत्येक माझे तरी बरें जालें पण आनी कोण सोरो पिणारो आसा बरो खूब सोरो पिता तसल्यांक जर असले काउन्सिलर जर मेळात तर तेंचो बी सोरो सुटो शकता.
चार्जीस बिजीस काय ना तेंच्यांनी जे केलें आनी पयसो बिसो तेच्या नांवूच नाका पण जेणी तेंच्यांनी कितें केलें तें हांव तेंचो उपकारी.
We're very fortunate that the Wellcome Trust financed Premium, and indeed the Wellcome Trust has been one of the most important funders for the work on mental health that we have been carrying out in India for the past 2 decades. We're also very fortunate that we have a robust partnership between the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine in Britain with key institutions in India. Sangat, one of the leading mental health research organizations in India, alongside the Government of Goa's Directorate of Health Services, which has so generously collaborated with us, allowing us to locate our research within their primary healthcare centers.
आणि आता म्हाका खूप बरें दिसता जशी तकली जास्त दुखना केन्ना अशी चुकोन दुखता बेगीन उठपाचें भुरग्यांक शाळेक धाडपाचें जाता त्रास जायना तकली बी दुखना आदल्या सारकी
ज्यावेळी मला इथून 5 मिनिटं चालत संडासला जाण्याची मुसीबत होती तो आज मी या ठिकाणी या डोंगरावर जाऊन सुद्धा शेती करून खाली येतो 8 तास काम करतो याचा मला अभिमान आहे.